keeping it like October should be, what I've been stating. Legend of Zelda month. Hey, what's going on? Cliff Jumper 1984, Red Rocks, your favorite Autobot with that Natty Ice. Hey, I was going to do a video game pickup. I have a lot of games, like it's like what, 16, 19 games between four systems: N64, Nintendo NES, Sega Genesis, as well as Atari 2600, which I haven't got games for that in quite a while. And the only N64 game I got for a really good price. And since we're on, like I said, Legend of Zelda month, hey, Ocarina of Time, I paid $5 for it. Yes, it's still got some residue of stickers and a used sticker on it. Five's pretty good, right? Considering what I've seen people paid for, even though it was like $10 on Virtual Console and the Wii, which I did not beat it until it was on the Virtual Console for the Wii back in, I want to say, '08. And the first time I ever played it would probably be '03 or '04 on the anniversary disc or the special disc for GameCube. And I did get very far. I did get to Ganondorf's Castle. I think that's what it's called. I've only played through the game like 4 or 5 times. But as this video is going to state in the title above, there's people out there that think it's the best Zelda game of all time. Okay, and then there's people out there say it's the best game of all time. But then, if you ask me what the best game is, it's like what you ask me my favorite band is. It's gonna change freaking every day. I just want to put my thoughts and opinions and what's gonna randomly come off my head of what I thought about the game. Dated. It does look dated. Obviously, the 3DS did make it look nice, but it still just didn't have, I guess, of the raw nature of when it was produced. It also has like a nostalgic factor of what the N64 was doing for the time, being only cartridge based and not disc. And it's, even though you have the adult Link and child Link, I don't know why it still feels like a smaller Legend of Zelda game, like plane wise having to go from here to there, than A Link to the Past. And the only thing I hate that is because when I think about it, I grew up. I was born in '82. I, first played the first Legend of Zelda probably within the year and a half or 2 years that it was actually out in the market. And it makes me think like I have too much nostalgic factor in like the earlier Zelda games to make me really care about this one that much. And it was nice to see more dialogue with a little bit of reaction from Link in the game, I guess, instead of just talking to people and that was it. You got some facial expressions or other actions that happen because you're able to have 3D models and stuff like that. That's a little different. And with the dungeons, it seems like some of the dungeons were either too easy or a little too, I don't want to say awkward or hard, because the water temple, a lot of people bitch about that, and it comes to the fact that a lot of people I feel that bitch about the water temple could never play the original Metroid and stuff like that. Like you pretty much had to make a map. Everything wasn't set in stone for you. You had to learn how to do things. Maybe a couple little things were tedious here and there, but there's a lot of other games out there that have that same thing. The Speed Bike Racer was Stage 3 and Battletoads. Come on now. It's like, it kind of feels like it's the same concept. They try to give you a game and made you learn how to play the stage. It wasn't put out in writing for you, which I think kind of gives you the experience of a gamer. The only reason I think I'm a gamer now is because of the Legend of Zelda series, but I started out with the original one on the NES. You did not get the hints and tips from such people as Navi. Yeah.
Hey, listen.
Look, I don't want to listen to shit, man, because half the time when I was probably playing, Ocarina of Time, I'm fucking jamming, listening to some music. Being able to go to Child Link to Adult Link, but going back to Child Link, I think is definitely cool. The Ocarina playing, I'm not the one to bitch about it. It's fine to me. It's not like annoying at all, and I definitely like the idea of the inputs for the songs and everything. But I didn't like seeing that played out in Wind Waker. It was like it had to kind of rely on that bit of a music mechanic. Because didn't Skyward Sword have that too? I don't know. I didn't play too much really of that, and I even have it. I got it the frickin' day it came out, and I only have an hour and a half in it. And it's even sad to say it's like one of my top three favorite video game series of all time. I guess when you love the original games that much, it can mean that much to you. The trading game to get the Biggoron sword, I enjoyed. That was pretty neat. Being able to ride Epona, the first Legend of Zelda game, you have seen Link ride other horses, and not in video games yet. It was in the cartoon, and it was in the comics. Yes, the Legend of Zelda comics, I think, were produced by Valiant. There was a couple, comics or pictures or illustrations of him riding a horse in that series. I mean, to have something like that, something you always wanted Link to do, and you have transportation without him just fucking walking. That's cool. What else do I really want to touch on about it? It feels like the overall Hyrule area, to where you're going to separate areas, feels kind of cramped. It feels like, like my 6 blocks around the house, really, to be honest. I mean, I understand it's a giant game and you're trying to fit everything in it. It's just like, way Link goes into time with actually pulling the Master Sword and the way that has been used, I guess, in the timeline and where it sits. I think it's a real cool idea. Kind of where the church sat and then was crumbled down, or I guess whatever, to where it was in A Link to the Past, if it was the same sword, because all these damn timelines and stuff. Yeah. I mean, it is a Legend of Zelda, the game. Did I enjoy it? Fuck yeah, I did. It was awesome. It was very adventurous. I liked some of the new items and weapons. It was the first time Link could go underwater, finally. I mean, what score do I give it? I think that's the biggest question that I think I've probably never thought about to myself as a Zelda game, because I am too much of a weird gamer for some of the games I like. And I would and maybe it's probably going to be the lowest score you've ever heard. I'd probably give it an 8.5 to under a 9. I don't think it's a 9 to me. I don't think it's a 10. And I can never really say even that my favorite Legend of Zelda game would be a 10 to me. So yeah, do you agree with what I said or what not? Or what are your thoughts about the game that maybe you like but don't like? I didn't want to make this an all loving and didn't want to make it an all hate game, because it's neither of the two. It really is. It's my thoughts and opinions about it. It's Legend of Zelda Motel. Hey, like I said, throw the comments below. Maybe if you haven't subscribed, like the video, share the video, and if you can, like always, please, 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 drink one.